constantly surrounding yourself with people who only tell you what you want to hear and what makes you feel good, ask yourself, am I really following Christ, or am I just following my emotions and my feelings? As a coach and as a mentor, I've been called mean, I've been called a jerk, I've been called too harsh. And after spending time with God and, asking him if it's true, I just realized that I'm none of those things. The truth is, people just don't like hot water. They don't like the heat of correction, the refining fire that exposes the areas that they need in order to grow. Because let's be real, if you can't handle being challenged, if you fold under pressure and get your feelings hurt every time someone speaks truth into your life and you end up getting offended, you're not moldable. And if you're not moldable, how can you ever be transformed? Jesus himself said in Revelation 3:16, so because you're lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth. He's not talking to the world. He's talking to the church. He's talking to believers who want the title but don't want the transformation. People who want the blessings to rain down from heaven but refuse the breaking that's required. People who want grace but despise discipline. Proverbs 3:11 says, my son, do not despise the Lord's discipline and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those that he loves. As a father, the son he delights in. Correction's not cruelty, it's love. It's God shaping you into who you're meant to be. But here's the problem. We live in a generation of soft, lukewarm, feelings-driven Christians. Christians who'd rather be coddled and cuddled other than convicted. People who'd rather be entertained than equipped. People who treat the church like a social club instead of a battlefield. And when someone steps up and says, hey, that's not right, you need to change this, they get offended, they get their feelings hurt. They call you mean, they call you harsh. But what they really mean is, you're making me uncomfortable by trying to pry me away from my sin. And you know what? That's fine, because the truth's not meant to be comfortable. Jesus wasn't murdered for telling people what they want to hear. He was crucified for telling them what they needed to hear. And if standing on truth makes me the bad guy, then so be it. Because I'd rather be hated for speaking the truth than loved for sugarcoating a lie. So if you find yourself constantly offended and running from correction and getting your feelings hurt, constantly surrounding yourself with people who only tell you what you want to hear and what makes you feel good, ask yourself, am I really following Christ, or am I just following my emotions and my feelings? Because the narrow road's not comfortable, but it is the only one that leads to true life.